Hey guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Sports Talk with Hawk podcast. Today we're going to check in on the NBA playoffs. NFL mock draft is done. NFL draft is tomorrow night. NBA playoffs are in full swing. Let's check in and see how my predictions are going. Not going to lie, a couple of them I feel pretty good. A couple of them probably should have gone a different way. Let's find out which ones. Here we go. Alright guys, here we go. NBA playoffs. My prediction at the beginning of the postseason was the Boston Celtics over the Los Angeles Lakers in the NBA Finals. Most of that was because I just felt the Lakers were going to get the calls. They're going to get, it's LeBron, Luka. The NBA wants that NBA Finals. And the way that unfortunately I see the NBA rigging games, because it's really obvious with some of the calls the refs make. It's really obvious who they want winning or who they want to have still be alive. And last night the Lakers played better against the Timberwolves, but we'll go back to the start of postseason. So Saturday, Pacers absolutely annihilated the Bucks. That day gets started off with a game where the Bucks weren't even ready to play basketball. Not even close. And then as the day went on, the Knicks beat the Pistons and went on a huge run to beat the Pistons. And it just didn't look like it was going to be a really good day at all. It kind of looked like it was going to be blowout city all day long. And then something happened. Then we had the Nuggets and the Clippers. And that game lived up to every bit of hype that series has received. Every little bit of hype that series is worth 7 games and every minute that you watch. It is physical. It is tough. It is smash mouth basketball. It is mano-a-mano. Norman Powell getting lifted by Murray was hilarious. And then Powell's bigger. Why the heck does he care? These games have been epic. So the series right now, as it stands, the Cavaliers and the Heat play tonight. That's only a 1-0 series right now, Cleveland over Miami. Pacers are up 2-0 over the Bucks. Boston plays the Magic today. That game was really good on Sunday. That was a fun game to watch. I said it. The Magic just match up really well with Boston. And I don't know. We'll get into a little bit of extra analysis after we go through this. But there's a thought on the Magic, and we're gonna kind of dissect it here in a second. The Knicks lose the second game, even though they came back, made it a great ending, except for the fact that Jalen Brunson has flopped. Was just flopping the entire game. It was a disgrace to basketball. It was bad. I hated it. I'm rooting for the Pistons now. I don't like the Pistons at all, but I don't want Brunson there. I'm sorry, that does not deserve to be in basketball. It just doesn't. I don't respect any of it. So the Knicks and Pistons are currently tied 1-1. The Lakers and Timberwolves. The Timberwolves came out and absolutely demolished the Lakers in game 1. And the Timberwolves, I said, can beat the Lakers. Yeah, I picked the Lakers to go to the finals. It's because I think that's what the NBA wants. OKC's better. I think the Clippers are better. I do think that the Lakers are better than both the Rockets and the Warriors with how they play. And the Rockets right now, as they play game 2 tonight, need to win. Because the Warriors they did what I thought they would do. They just shot the ball. They got the bucket. Every time the Rockets got close, they just did stop, bucket, stop, bucket, stop, bucket. And the lead went right back up to 8 or 10 points. The Rockets just don't have the scorers to be able to really compete with the Warriors or the Lakers. So I thought the second round, the conference semifinals with the Lakers matchup, was actually easier than the Timberwolves. The Timberwolves match up. They're big, physical. Ant has been patient. Last night, I don't know how many of you saw it. Last night, LeBron gets a foul call, starts chirping at the ref, and Ant calls him out, looks straight at the ref and goes, "You give me a tech for saying that exact same thing, and you're not going to give him one." Very clear biasness. It has been. It will be. LaFlop, LaBaby, whichever name you want to call him, he will never be on the same level as Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan in his lifetime. Ever. I don't care if he plays 10 more years. LaBaby will always be... He's basically Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, he can play really well. But he's Aaron Rodgers. He's not Tom Brady or Peyton Manning. He's not MJ or Kobe. He doesn't respect the game enough. He hasn't played hard his entire career. Taken multiple times off. His championship, took the COVID year to be able to do. It's not... He's just a celebrity. And the NBA is hoping these young guys can take over. Now that Luka's in LA, LeBron needs to retire. Get out of the way. Now it's Luka's team. It's not yours. Get out of the way. In fact, LeBron looks horrible in the playoffs right now. Because he actually played a full season, basically, and actually did his job he's paid to do. Now he can't even play in the playoffs. He's looked bad these first 2 games. Minnesota can cover him. Minnesota can play. And I really hope the T-Wolves knock him off. I said it. I want the T-Wolves to win this series. I am rooting for the Timberwolves. And I think the Timberwolves can match up with the Warriors and the Rockets as well. They could be in the Western Conference Finals. There's no doubt in my mind. Their path is the easier one of the two. Now, when you go to the top half of the bracket, this is why I was kind of hoping the Grizzlies were going to get eliminated. They can't compete with anybody. Their coach is way outmatched. They came out on Sunday, and if it wasn't for the fact that the Oklahoma City Thunder put in their bench for the whole fourth quarter, they would have set the new record for the largest margin, which is currently 58. They would have set the new record for largest margin of victory if it wasn't for the fact that the starters sat the whole fourth quarter. And then game 2, Grizzlies weren't ready to play that game either. So, unfortunately, that's a byproduct of you fired the head coach. I mean, this is what you get. This is just what you get. So Thunder, I feel really good. Probably going to sweep the series now. Ja Morant, we'll get into that here in a second. But Cavs and Heat, game 2 tonight. Celtics and Magic, game 2 tonight. And Rockets Warriors, game 2 tonight. My predictions are still Cavs will win, Pacers will win theirs, Knicks will win, Celtics will win, Warriors will win. I still think the Lakers are going to win with help, Clippers, and the Thunder. I'm still sticking with those picks. The one I don't feel most comfortable about right now is the Timberwolves and Lakers pick. Like, I wanted to pick the T-Wolves, but I think the NBA is going to step in. I just do. And it's exactly what Ant said last night. He's not held. LeBron isn't held to the same standard. He can whine, he can moan, he can complain, he can do whatever he wants to. He's not held to the same standard. So, I mean, it's that simple at this point. Let's get into some free agency stuff. Because now that there's certain teams in here, I want to go over a couple of teams. Number 1, Miami Heat. Number 2, the Orlando Magic. And number 3, Houston Rockets. These 3 teams will be in the running for Kevin Durant. These 3 teams potentially could be in the running for Ja Morant. The Magic, to me, do not need a player like KD, and I will tell you why. The way they are built, I believe right now they just need a guy. They need a Kyle Korver. They need a Peja Stojakovic. They need a guy that can just hit the 3 with the way that Pablo and Wagner and Fultz drives. They need a guy that can hit 4 of 7 threes. Take 4 shots, or take 7 shots, hit 4 of them, 12 points, maybe a couple boards, maybe a couple assists. They need a guy that they can just kick out to. I don't believe they need a primary scorer because they move the ball so well. Yet, they were, one of the worst teams in scoring. They made the playoffs. They won the play-in. It looks like an old school team. That's why I think they just need a little bit of help. Let's not go wild. Let's not uproot what the Magic have. The Magic are 1, maybe 2 players away from really competing at a high level. And in this draft, I like this draft coming up for the NBA draft. I'd make a trade if I was Orlando. I'd see if I could entice a couple teams to give me the ability to trade up. See if I can get one of the top 5 guys. The Magic are not a bad team. If they were playing the Cavs, I would say they could easily beat the Cavs in 7. Not easily, but they could compete with the Cavaliers. They can compete with the Knicks. The Pacers hate the Magic. The Magic, I've watched them play in person. The Magic are a problem for the Pacers because they play the same style, but they're younger and more agile with how they play. Same style, but the Magic have the more agility. They're not as set. They flow better. Pacers hate playing the Magic. They just need scorer. They just need a scorer. That's all. Don't bring in a superstar to uproot the young nucleus that you have of a team that pushes Boston to the brink. I mean, they shut down Brown. They shut down Tatum. If it wasn't for Derek White's 7 threes and Peyton Pritchard, Orlando's going to win that game. They have them beat up. Tatum is out tonight. Orlando could steal a game in Boston. This could now become a 6 or 7 game series. If Orlando can get a W today, I don't think the Celtics sweep them in Orlando whatsoever. But without Tatum, I think they know they're going to be able to cover Pritchard and White easier. No Tatum driving. This is a rough spot for the Celtics tonight. The Magic could sneak one out. Don't uproot the nucleus. Now, the Heat. Trading away. getting rid of Butler. Now you need the next guy to come in. I do not believe Kevin Durant fits Miami. I don't think he fits what Miami needs. Miami really feels like they need to lose. Like, get first round picks, lose, and kind of just rebuild for 1 year. Not make the playoffs, rebuild for 1 year, and kind of just go from there. Because I think right now they're trying to retool too much. They need to really clear some cap, get their solid core back in place, figure out who the main three are going to be, build around that core, and move from there. I don't think KD is a good pick for them. Now, there is a chance that they could play small ball, which Spoelstra does like doing, where they could play Hero and Ja Morant. Spoelstra would deal with Morant. Spoelstra could absolutely coach Ja. He's really regressed. Really regressed. And I think you can get him cheaper right now. And it may be what the Heat need, but they're still going to have to get a couple other role players. Then you go to the Rockets. And I'm watching this team play. Huge size. Athleticism out of this world. Quickness. Speed. They got all that. But they don't have a legitimate scorer. Jalen Green has consistently been bad for stretches. And then he'll have a couple good games. And then he's bad. Fred VanVleet is a point guard. You can't really... He's not Steph Curry. Steph Curry's an outlier. He can't be the point maker. Point guards are supposed to be like Chris Paul, Steve Nash. I mean, even Tyrese Halliburton, his better games are when he's assisting the ball. 15 points, 12 assists, that's a good game for Halliburton. That's what VanVleet should be doing. Now, KD works with the Rockets. Laid back. Everybody else can do what they need to do. Sengun. They probably have to trade Jalen Green to the Suns. The Suns are really going to have to figure out how they want to approach the future. This offseason could get really wild because the young teams with, quote-unquote, no star power are competing at a high level. The Timberwolves have Ant, yes, but the entire team is there. The Orlando Magic just have 7 young guys. The Indiana Pacers have Siakam, Turner, Halliburton, but now Halliburton has been voted, absolutely bogus poll. So evidently that doesn't matter. The Bucks have Giannis. The Knicks have Brunson, Cat. Pistons are just a team of a bunch of draft picks. The Heat now without Jimmy Butler, no big star. Cavs have Mitchell. But, I mean, guys, these young teams, SGA we know is the main guy with the Thunder, but everybody else just supports him. These teams that only need to fill out 1 or 2 spots, I think really have a grasp this offseason to improve themselves. Watch for the teams, because this draft, I really like. Cooper Flagg, to me, is going to be a really good 4. I think he's going to be a very good 4. There are a couple of players that I'm like, yeah, like you watched the games, you watched how everything played out, and not everybody has decided whether they are going to declare or not declare. We're not sure yet. Flag is going to the NBA. Flag will make a difference for whoever picks first. And if I'm picking third, I'm trading up to first. There are multiple teams that could easily improve, and there's teams that are getting older. We don't know what's going to happen with the Grizzlies. It's not that they're necessarily older. We don't know who their head coach is going to be. If they trade John Morant, which they may have to because he seems to be hurting them more than helping them, I think they take a big step back. The Warriors are getting older. Draymond can't keep doing what he's doing forever. His shenanigans are wearing refs out. Sengun isn't even dealing with it. It was great. Fantastic. The young guys are coming. The Pacers have been here for a while. The Pacers are just kind of hanging around. The Bucks cannot beat them in the playoffs. Pacers have the Bucks number. They know how to play. They know how to play Giannis. Giannis can score 35 points, get 15 boards. Go ahead. The rest of the team will not score points. And they've completely controlled 2 games so far. Milwaukee will get one in. I think the Bucks will win a game in Milwaukee. If the Pacers sweep them, it will be a statement. And I think it's because they got a chip on their shoulder. I mean, Chandler Parsons and Lou Williams admit on ESPN, listen, I didn't really watch them this year, so I don't know. So they picked the Bucks in 6. It's amazing. We've got all these NBA professionals that get to go in and steal these jobs from people that actually love the sport and will watch every part of the sport, because NBA players have a lot of biasness, and they take somebody else's opportunity to have a dream job of talking about the NBA when they're willing to watch all 30 teams, unlike these professional players. I wish the networks would fire them. You don't want to watch the games? You're not doing your job. You're fired. Once again, they're not held to the same standard. So, right now, predictions, I still like them. Still like where my predictions are. This offseason, I think, is going to be a good shakeup. And there's a couple teams that can make some moves. I think there's a couple teams that will make moves. Watch out for New Orleans. Joe Dumars taking over operations of New Orleans. He's not going to play around. He really won't. And I think Willie Green gets fired. I think he should get fired. He hasn't gotten what he needs out of him. Yeah, you've got the injuries, but they haven't even played or even looked competitive. Like, there's a big, big difference. He's not committal. Like, Joe Dumars has not been committed to Zion Williamson. You shouldn't. Guy's been injured. It's been worthless. So, there will be teams that get fully revamped. The Mavs are in a bad situation, if you ask me. Nico does not have the trust of the fan base. And that is a really, really bad situation in Dallas. I don't know. And if Nico keeps doing press conferences, it's going to make it worse. He probably will get fired. I think the ownership group eventually will just have to be like, listen, the fans want you gone so bad that we can't enjoy being at a game now. Like, that's how bad it is. And every time Luka comes to town with the Lakers, it will be a horrible game. It'll be televised. Everybody will be chanting for us to fire you at that game. This is not going to go away. You made a mistake. But he was told to. That came from up top. Because no GM is going to get that type of deal from LA where it really wasn't a deal. It was a gold dig for the Lakers to get Luka for how little they threw out. So watch for a couple execs to still get fired. And once the NBA playoffs are over, we're only a couple weeks away from the NBA draft. So it comes really, really, really fast. And that's it. And that's it. We are 24 hours from the NFL draft. Like I said, tomorrow I will not have a podcast. I will have live reaction shorts. My goal is after every 5 picks. And then on Friday, we'll do the deep dive into the first round as we look ahead to the second round and see who the sleepers are for the later rounds in the draft. You guys are awesome, as always. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Enjoy the rest of the NBA playoffs. The ratings have been good, and even with the way some of the games have gone, the ratings have been good. They have been more fun to watch. It is a better form of basketball. We've had our floppers. We know who they are, but I'm looking forward to tonight. 3 old school games. Cavs and Heat, think it'll be a tough game. Celtics and Magic, the Magic may pull this one off. And then the Rockets and Warriors. If the Rockets need to win. If they lose, series is over. Series is absolutely over. And that'll be it until tomorrow, guys. I cannot wait for the NFL draft. Cannot wait. Super pumped about it. Got the bets are all in. Everything's set. Hopefully I win a couple, and when the ones that I win, I will let you know on Friday. And that's it. Until next time, guys, thank you so much for listening. Make sure to subscribe, like the podcast, and as always, I deeply appreciate it. Until tomorrow, where we do live reactions to the 2025 NFL Draft. For Sports Talk with Hawk, I am Hawk, and I'm out. Have a great Thursday.